Hi guys, I'm Nicola McKenzie, founder and mortgage advisor here at Dunham McCarthy Mortgages. And in today's video, we have been out and about speaking to some of you who we have recently helped assist you through buying your first property. So I thought I would share those experiences with the wider audience because a lot of you comment on how valuable our content has been. Now, if our content has been that valuable, then that should show you that we are credible, trustworthy, and knowledgeable in our field of expertise to help assist you to buy, whether it's your first property, move house, whatever your situation, help you through the mortgage and house buying process. But if that hasn't yet been enough to convince you, then check out these stories and accounts from some of the people that we have helped recently.
Hi, my name's Ejiro Jo. I'm a first-time buyer and I used Dunham McCarthy services. So I heard about Dunham McCarthy on YouTube. I was going through YouTube one evening and was looking for a mortgage broker anyway in the back of my mind. And Nicola's face popped up and just watched a couple of her videos. She actually really knew what she was talking about, really knowledgeable. So I decided to drop her a message and she responded back to me on the same day, and we did a consultation for the next day to discuss what it was that I was looking for and how she could help me. So I chose DM because Nicola was fantastic. From the first consultation and having the conversation with her about what it was that I was looking for and how she could help, it just made sense to me. She was really, really great. She was really reassuring. It was almost as if she was holding my hand, which I think I really needed as a first-time buyer. And yeah, that's kind of the reason why I went with DM. So the biggest challenges for me were that on the first two properties that I'd gone for, both came back with really bad surveys and the properties were both downvalued. At the time, as a first-time buyer, I had no idea what that actually meant. Both properties had both flagged up with subsidence. I had no clue what that was. And yeah, for me, those really were the biggest challenges as a first-time buyer. Nicola definitely helped with this part of the process and did give me a lot of good advice. She explained to me and walked me through the surveys and what things meant. So for me at the time, a down valuation I didn't quite understand, and she walked me through what that would mean and what would happen if I wanted to proceed with the house still, and the effects of that from a mortgage perspective and a financial perspective. She then also really helped in reassuring me and just giving me a bit of motivation, because after two houses falling through, I pretty much wanted to give up. But she was really there to kind of say, do you know what, obviously those have been unlucky, but you will find the right house in the end. And that's exactly what happened, third time lucky. So I had seen probably over about 50 houses before finding the one that I'm in now. I'd looked at loads in different parts of the area that I'm in now. Nicola was also really helpful in helping me to learn how to negotiate and things to look out for when doing the viewings, which was really, really helpful, particularly as after the first two houses have fallen through. It was really nice to get some really practical advice as to what things to look out for when you're looking at viewings. But eventually I was able to find this one and I'm happy to call it home. So there was a couple of things that drew me to this house. Coming from London and being so far away, I really wanted good access to the M1. So this house is really good because it's about an 8-minute drive away, so I could get down to London quite quickly. Also as well, I wanted to have something that was either semi-detached or end of terrace. Wanted to have a driveway as well so that I didn't have to fight for parking. And those are the things that really drew me to this house. Thankfully, I didn't find any hidden horrors in the house when I moved in. There were a couple of things that I had to get fixed. So for example, I had to do the windows as the hinges had become a bit loose, and also the gutters. So yeah, so thankfully they were only minor things and they were fairly easy to fix. So there's quite a few things that I love about the house. So I love the actual house itself. I love the conservatory and the lounge. It's quite a nice open space. However, I think in terms of what I love about the house overall is more about just the idea that it's mine, it's my own space, I can do what I want with it. I can put up picture frames if I want to. Nobody can tell me otherwise, and it's more that home ownership side that I really like about it. Yes, 100%. I would definitely recommend Dunham McCarthy and Nicola. They've been absolutely amazing. I have recommended them to friends, family and colleagues, and I will continue to recommend them again. I will say in terms of Nicola, she always set clear expectations for me and always over-delivered, so thank you again.
I heard about Dunham McCarthy through YouTube. During the pandemic, trying to get a house mortgage was quite challenging, so I couldn't really go in person to anywhere because it was like the height of the pandemic. So I looked online, and I go on YouTube a lot. It's my main source of entertainment. So I just thought, while I'm there, let's look at mortgage advice. And Dunham McCarthy showed up first, and I found their videos very concise, to the point, so it was good, helpful. So my point of contact was only one person during the whole time, which was Lucky Nahal. And, you know, it was about a 3-month process, and he was there, it felt like 7 days a week at times. And any question I have, he'd be there. And it wasn't necessarily a massive team where it's like people are forgetting about your needs and all that. It was a one-on-one the whole time. And, you know, it felt personal and like easy to do. It was like a close relationship with this guy for 3 months. He got my house sorted. He did all the hard work, heavy lifting, and I could just chill, get on with my job. My biggest challenge was like all the paperwork and all that, which is why I came to Dunham McCarthy, because I'm not very good with paperwork or organisational skills. That like got very bad grades in school with like anything maths wise or anything. So, you know, it was mainly just I needed someone to do all that for me, and that's what happened. So there wasn't a lot of challenges because I could just hand it off to someone else to do. So they offered me some really important advice when it came to loan to value. I can't remember the exact figures, but it was something like if your loan to value was 85% compared to like 85.1% when you're buying a mortgage, that 0.1% could mean that your rent is going from £700 a month to £800 a month due to this like little figure that I had no idea about. So they made sure that that was like a huge thing for me when I'm looking at house prices, to know exactly how much I could afford while being sensible and not like get myself in debt because I'm choosing something a little bit more expensive that has this like compound effect of being another £100 a month that I've got to find. So it was like really important to find something that was the best value I could get with the money that I had, and they did that really well. Yeah, I'd recommend DA Mortgages a lot, you know, for the price that you get, and they've probably saved me about £5,000 on my mortgage value, but also I couldn't find a mortgage without them. I had a look before, I looked for a mortgage advisor, I went to my bank like a lot of people normally do, and they were offering me like 60,000 for like quite a big loan, like 20,000 we're talking about on a loan, and they were offering like something just that wasn't worth my time. Like you can't buy a house for £80,000. So, you know, I wasn't even able to get a loan without them because of my circumstances. So, you know, I recommend them a lot. In terms of searching for houses, I found that the market at the time that I was searching was really bad because you'd apply for a viewing and immediately it was gone. So with the house that I got, I took a bit of a gamble. It was recently renovated, and I just said straight away, I'll ask offering price and I'll just do it that way. So instead of like trying to undercut them, I just found the best way because of my age was to just go straight for the price, and then they'd be like, yeah, can't really say no to that. So what drew me to this house is I hate new builds. This is like a 1910 house, and I just find that new builds have no like personality in them. With this house, I've got nice tall ceilings, lovely bay window, you know, it's just nice. I like a lot of natural light, so, you know, it's just like that kind of thing. And I've got a nice back garden as well. So that's what drew me to the house mainly. So I've got a bit of an issue with the house, which is there's a leak. So this house has the rear of the house and then a little outhouse for a utility room and then an enclosed like area, and that floods a lot, which is fun. So I've been thinking about like getting goldfish, maybe getting a little pond going, little brickwork, you know.
So I hope you enjoyed watching their experience as much as we did helping them with it. And of course, guys, if you're looking to buy a property using a mortgage or review an existing mortgage, move house, whatever your situation, then head over to our website, dm.mortgage, and book in for a free of charge appointment today so that we can help assist you through your property journey. And of course, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any future uploads. And I'll see you next time.